Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Multipotentialite Living channel. I'm your girl K Free. In this video, I'm going to start a series of tips that I have for those who identify as multipotentialites. So this is video 1, and I'm going to give you tip 1 of my 5 tips for multipotentialites, helping you to juggle those passions and getting things done. Tip 1 is organize your passions. And what do I mean by that? I mean, do an inventory of your passions. Write it down. But how do you go about actually organizing those passions? So I'll show you an example. So I spent some time just pretty much writing. Well, I typed mine. I've typed every single passion project that I have, and I have it on this sheet of paper, and I call it like a media marketing plan. And what your media marketing plan is, for example, if your passion is more media based, so maybe it's podcasts, maybe it's a blog, maybe it's a YouTube channel, you want to have a marketing plan, a media marketing plan. And what that looks like is, what's the name of the project, what platform you're using, and how are you going to promote it, or if it's attached to a social media account that you have. So I want you to be as specific as you possibly can. For example, if you have a podcast, you're going to write down the name of the podcast, when you want to release your podcast, which social media account, which will then inform you how you're going to promote it. The beauty about writing down your passions is you're able to see on paper what they all are. You can see similarities. You can see how one can complement the other. And as I go into the rest of tips, you'll see how to make it all come together where you're not feeling unfulfilled and you're not feeling like you're not making any progress with any of these ideas. Because the most important thing is progress. And once you start feeling like you're making progress, you're going to start feeling better, and your multipotentialite identity is going to feel less of a burden and more of something that you can actually manage, because it can feel very overwhelming because you have all these ideas in your head, you have so very limited time, and you just want to feel like you're getting something, at least something done. And if you're anything like me, the frustration comes when I start something, or when you start something and you're not able to complete it. And this strategy of organizing your passions, writing them down on paper, is a way to see it on paper. And when you're able to put things down on paper, you can begin to develop a structure. I believe it's a game changer for multipotentialites. And when you're able to organize your passions and you see them on paper, it gives you some relief. It makes you feel like, you know what, I'm not actively engaged in all of these things, but eventually I'm gonna get to each one. It's just a matter of which one comes first, which one am I bumping up on the priority list. And it's really a great feeling because you feel like you're making progress. And once you're making progress, you're gonna feel better about yourself, and things are not gonna feel as overwhelming as they tend to feel when it's just clutter up there. So I really hope this first tip helps. And just to recap, what you want to do is organize your passions. Identify those things that you really like, that you want to turn into something, and then you can term them as projects, right? And what you want to do is you're going to write down these projects, the names of it, the social media accounts that are attached to it, when you want this to be released or promoted. And that is going to help you to make some progress and feel like, you know what, being a multipotentialite is not so bad at all. I just have to have a strategy. And that is going to take us into our next video, which I hope you will stick around to see next week. Thanks for being here. You got this.